Welcome back, Husker fans. This is the Go Big Red MWP podcast. I'm your host, Steven. It's great to be back in front of the camera. It's been a hot minute. As you know, I've been making a lot of the videos, reacting to prospects, high school film, and it's been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed it, but I'm happy to go back to a type of video that we started with. With that, we're going to spitfire some spring football happenings because we are so excited to have spring football underway. Today, I believe, was the second spring practice, yesterday being the first one. It's exciting, the energy that we have in this room. If you're excited about spring football, make sure to leave a like and comment below. What are you most excited about? Who are you looking forward to burst into the scene and really make a name for themselves? As you know, with the new head coach, everyone's kind of starting fresh. So it's very exciting. If you like Husker content, make sure to subscribe, and we are going to keep this thing rolling. So first, let's go ahead and start with some position changes and roster movement. So first, we'll start with roster movement as we have Chris Hickman, James Carney, and Tyreek Johnson, defensive back, and then the other two tight ends stepping away from the team. James Carney, I was extremely excited for him when he got his Husker offer that was committable, because I know he worked really hard for it. Now, they didn't specify whether or not he's going to be transferring or if he's just stepping away from the game. But with that, I really hope all three of them, just the best of luck on their future endeavors. And sorry we couldn't piece it together. But yeah, best of luck to you guys. Next, we have some notes from Rule's press conference. The standard set. The standard is set whether you like it or not. They're not... I'm so sorry. I had low battery for some... Oh, well, I didn't charge it. Anyway, the standard set, whether you like it or not, and if you don't, you got to move out of the way. You need to get out because they want to build something great here, and by all means, I think that they'll get there. I've been heard so much by Mr. Scott Frost himself, and yes, I know I am an optimistic at heart, and I love to give people the benefit of the doubt, but it feels different. It feels different to actually have some order, to have a plan, and that's why I think this is the time. With that, I do think that they'll make a step forward. Now, as for position changes, we have Bonner, the wide receiver, and Applegate have been moved to tight end. Bonner, he had more of a bigger body, and he will be splitting the tight end, wide receiver role, hybrid position that they will have for their offense. And I'm all for it because he has that big body, and I think sometimes they can be behind on the depth chart, but there could be a role for them. So I really like that the staff is doing that. Now, Applegate. Some of you may remember his one-handed catch. This was in his high school football film, and I thought that he was going to be put at a tight end or a wide receiver just because he has great hands, great speed, and I thought he was a little small for an outside linebacker position. So it's really cool to see that those position changes have been made. Another one, Brody Tagaloa, he moved from tight end to defensive lineman. Now, I thought that he could potentially move to the fullback position that we were bringing back to the offense, but I'm okay with this move to the D-line because, as you guys know, we are thin at D-line, and what that's going to look like in the 3-3-5, as you know, there's going to be a lot of different variables and a lot of different options with it, but I like the move, and I hope you guys too. Now, are there any other players that you could think that could benefit from a position change? The first one that I think of is Heinrich Harburg. At quarterback. I think he could be a stellar tight end going up there with his athletic ability, being one of the fastest people on our team. And I think, there's some quarterbacks ahead of him that I just think are a little bit more polished. And in his, he spoke, I believe, to the press, or he spoke, and he's open. He is open to that position change. So, yeah, I'm excited to see what happens after spring football. Now, like I said, this is the start of spring football. He also put it on us that Anthony Grant and Tommy Hill, that they are suspended day to day because they're not fulfilling the standards. And you know what? If that's how he's going to operate, then I trust him. Anthony Grant being our leading rusher a year ago, I did have the hot take that AJ Allen was going to be the first or the leading rusher this year because we saw so much potential from him last year. And it's looking like he just might. But wait, Gabe Ervin is making a return as he has been dealing with injuries. And I really like his size, his athletic ability, and I really hope that he can piece it together, because even if it's a 1-2 attack of AJ Allen and Gabe Ervin versus AJ Allen and Anthony Grant, I think that's okay. I think we wouldn't mind either of those. But yeah, I also think that Gabe Ervin, he has that Big Ten body, like, ready to go. So it's exciting. I also thought it was pretty funny when Gabe Ervin was talking, he compared how Rule runs practice to how his team back in high school did it. And I just thought that that was really good. And it was kind of telling, the structure of what last year kind of looked like. But we're not going to dog on last year too much. We want to move forward. So I enjoyed hearing the players talk. I feel like they're bought in and that they have faith, like this time is going to be the time that they can push forward. I think, there were so many times, especially with all the one-score losses, that, it wasn't a matter of, yeah, we can do it, we can overcome this. It was a matter of, when is it going to happen that, the mistake shows itself, So I just think that the team is bought in and they really believe that Rule is he's going to point them in the right direction. And personally, I think so too. A lot of us, what do you guys think about the season? You guys already got my way too optimistic schedule prediction, which I believe was a 9-3. I made that video a couple weeks ago. Check it out if you haven't. But I'm way too optimistic, and as time gets closer and we see what this team kind of pieces, that may change. It may not. Maybe it'll reinforce, hey, we got a good team. And I think we have some players. We have some ballers. They're going to do some good stuff. With that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe for more Husker content. And we'll see you next time. Bye.